Okay, I'm going to show you how to start working with responsive design, as well as how to build a site that has your design the color on your design go all the way across and look like it's a continuous color to the edges and still have the content centered in the middle of the page. This is the sample site we're going to use. It happens to take the design of a long page, and so it has 4 different sections. The front section, the portfolio section, a who we are, and a contact form. You'll see that these are responsive if you watch when I drag it in, and it jumps down when I get down to around 600 pixels. This changed from 4 across to 3 across. And if I get down to 400 pixels, then it changes to 2 across. This changed just by sending the phone number down to the bottom. And everything else just has a narrower margin than it did before. That's the site we're going to be building. So I want to break that down for you a little bit. You can see through this Prezi that I've just gone over the different panels of this site. And one thing to notice again is that the color goes all the way across the page, all across the web page, and in different stripes of color. So the first frame on this is the home frame, and it has, as I said, different stripes of color across it. It has the header bar at the top and a content section. Inside that content section are several other pieces that go in it. Now I want to show you the difference between what we've been building and what we're going to build. We have been building a site that starts out with a wrapper, and that wrapper ends down at the bottom of the page. And inside that is the content and all of the other sections that we need. So the content is inside and the wrapper is on the outside. The content section is what we've been using to make the interior color of the page. And the wrapper is what we've been using to make the exterior color of the page. In this case, this darker blue color and what would be where this red section is. That's what we've been building. One wrapper, one content piece, and then everything else inside of it, all the sections inside of it. What we will be building in this example is a section of is a series of sections that have wrappers inside them. So for this particular page, the header page, the header here is top, then it has the top nav topper is the navigation class. Inside the navigation class is the wrapper. So the wrapper is where I'm showing it in red here. And inside that is the content. And then inside that is the actual what's going inside that section. You'll see this repeated for every section of the page. So the intro section, which would be this blue section, has a wrapper and the content. Inside the content is all of the every one of these sections you see. So I've got the logo section, logo class, I've got my P, I've got a H1 and H2, and then this navigation buttons down here. So that's just a different way of building it. It allows us to take the stripes across. Really quickly, let's just finish up here. You see this section here, which we've already talked about, and it's going to just have the outside section and then the inside wrapper and content. We're also going to be putting in these little triangle arrows. That's just with CSS, so it shouldn't be that difficult to do. That is not a picture. This section will be very simple because it doesn't have any images other than the logo, which we're repeating on all the pages, just a different colorway on the logo. And so this one again is just going to have a section. In this case it would be the who we are section, and inside that is going to be a wrapper and the content inside the wrapper. On this section we're going to have the form that we're going to style, as well as some contact information. And again, this is just the section is white. The interior of it, you're going to have the section is white, then it's going to have the wrapper, then that holds everything where the red is shown, and then the content inside of that, and then we'll have the form and this div over here. Same thing for the footer down at the bottom, very similar to the header in how it works out. We already talked some about that it's responsive, so I just want to show you really quick. Here's the differences. Basically, we're changing the margin over here, and it gets narrower there. The number of pictures going across changes. Not very much changes in panel 3 other than the margin, and in the form page, pretty much the form just grows and shrinks as it needs to. The only difference is that the contact information will go down to the bottom. And so that's what we're going to be building.